Hello, everybody. You are welcome back to my channel, Nicely Crafted. My name is Emmanuel, and this is the channel where I train you, I show you all the tips and tricks you need to improve your singing voice, improve your vocal prowess. All right. So, in today's tutorial, we're going to talk about something very important that you really need to work on as a singer. All right. So if you are in a choir or you are a recording artist or whatever level you are, this tutorial is going to be very useful for you. I tell you. All right. So the topic we're going to talk about today is called vocal range. Vocal range. Now, you want to ask, what is vocal range? Whether you are familiar with the term or not, vocal range refers to the span of musical pitches that a person is able to produce with their voice, from the lowest note they can sing to the highest note they can sing. It is determined, by the physical capability of the vocal cords. All right. So now I want you to know that the musical instrument, especially string instruments like guitar and piano, they are in octaves, or you can call it pitches when it comes to voice. All right. So now it is arranged in such a way that we have the lower range and the higher range. So you can be on the same key and be singing at different ranges, within the key. So that's the way your voice is also arranged, such that you have the lower range and the higher range. And one of those things you want to be able to do is to improve how low you can go and how high you can go, so that you have a wider range where you can sing comfortably. All right. So that is the essence of this tutorial. That is what we're going to be, talking about. The first thing I want to introduce to you is vocal warm-up. Before you do vocal exercises to prevent having problem with your throat or injuring yourself, one of those things you want to do is to clear your throat by doing vocal warm-up. One of the popular vocal warm-up that I've taught in some of my classes is the exercise. So it's called lip roll. So you are rolling your lip, but you are also making sound. So thereby it's kind of causing some vibration to automatically clear your throat. So how do you do this exercise? Say for example, you want to run the tonic sofa. In the previous class, I spoke about tonic sofa, which is part of the fundamental exercise you want to do as a singer. Now, to do vocal warm-up with the tonic sofa, one of those things you can do is to run the tonic sofa, but do lip roll with it. So this is an example. I want to do 5-note scale, and I'm going to be doing the lip roll. So how am I going to do that? Let's do. All right, so it's going to be like this. I will say, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now, I'm going to do lip roll version now. Actually repeated it a couple of times, so let me just repeat like 5 times. And I expect that you are also following along as I'm doing it, just so you are already mastering the technique. All right, so let's go. You take in your breath, just like I taught in the last class. And then after taking in your breath, then you start pronouncing the notes, and then you do lip roll instead of actually pronouncing the notes. So let's go. For that one. Let's try it again. fifth one. At this time, you should try to run the scale do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la so fa mi re do. You notice that it's much clearer. It sort of kind of clear your throat now. And this is an exercise you even would want to do whenever you want to start singing. All right. So now let's move to vocal range. Now, like I explained earlier, musical instruments are arranged in octaves or pitches. So it's from the lowest to the highest pitch, just the way your vocal cord is also, programmed to work. Now, how are you going to make use of this? Normally, you know that I thought in the last video that we have 5 note scale. We also have 8 notes major scales. In any key, those things are always constant. Now, how do you do exercise with this? I might want to start with a very low range, like do, because of course I have a lower register and I'm also a male. All right. So I can start with something like do. So I might say something like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, within that range, I'm much comfortable. So I might want to also take the higher, the higher version of this pitch. So the lower range is like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So I'm going to start with the next do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. I've just successfully done 2 octaves or 2 pitch. So now, if we want to apply the vocal warm-up into this, I can start like do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Yeah. Now, facing some challenges because I'm actually not taking in breath, which is something you might encounter as well. So you will want to take in breath, enough breath, so that you'll be able to run it through successfully. So let's try by also taking in breath. So this time around, you're going to breathe in, and then you're going to use the air to run the scale. So I'm going to say, now, if you look at that, if I want to take this vocal range now, you're going to see that there's a lot of clarity in my, pronunciation because I've actually, done the vocal warm-up to clear my throat and also to get my voice ready to sing the sofa. So let's go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. You see, this exercise is something you want to be consistent with. All right, so let's try it again like 5 more times. So I'm going to be, doing my fingers like this, so don't find it weird. All right, so let's go. Of course, you're going to take in breath before you start doing this exercise. So you taking your breath. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. That's number 1. Let's take another one. You're taking breath first, all right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Let's try it again. That's the 3rd one, all right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So now breathtaking is very important, it's very key. So let's just break it into, you sing one, you take in breaths, you sing the other one. That way it flows naturally. So let's go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Let's take the last one. All right. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now, if you keep doing this, your voice, at first, you might have difficulty getting to the higher notes or the lower notes. So, but over time, as you practice, you begin to extend it gradually. For example, I could actually go higher than the do, re, mi. And for now, I think maybe because I just woke up, right? I had some clutters. But, at some point during the day, I will be able to take like 3 octaves comfortably, depending on how I start or which key I am starting with. All right. So the same thing applies to you. It's just exercise and it's something you want to try to practice every single day. The more you practice this, the more your voice get adjusted to this. And your voice is like an elastic band that expands and readjusts, depending on what you are giving it. So if you do more exercise, your voice get accustomed to exercise and it just keeps improving and improving and improving. So let's try the exercise again. We're going to try the 5-note scale, 8-note scale, and we're going to try the vocal range. So let's try. And then you're going to take in breath first before you do it. So you can say, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That was easy, right? Like, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. You can even jump through the higher octave. This way, you say, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, 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 do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That's 2 separate octaves. I'm singing at higher pitch and I'm also coming to the lower pitch. All right. So let's try the 8-note scale now. You say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. You can then take it together like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Excellent. You have done a great work. Now, this exercise is not one-off. It's something you want to keep doing from time to time, and it's, by the way, just extend your vocal range. So, uh, I hope you have learned something in this tutorial. And please, if you have any suggestion, any question, as per any topic you would like me to talk about, please write it in the comment section. I will respond to it as soon as possible and I will be able to do a video about it. All right, so that will be it for today's tutorial. If you need more tutorials on how to even get started with your Tonic Sofa, I already make a video about it, which I've listed in the card. You can already go ahead and watch that as well. So if today is the first time you are coming to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, share so that more people can benefit from this video that I'm making. Thank you for coming and see you next time.